Welcome to another fun-filled edition of Black Opinions Matter, motherfucker. My name's Amin El Hassan. I'm joined as always by Black Trey, Big Waz, Big Jerv, Rob Lopez on production. You cannot see video of me if you're watching video. That's because I'm in New York and my internet connection is not amazing. Shout out to the city that never sleeps and also never has a strong Wi-Fi signal. We got a lot to get into today. A lot of fun stuff, but before we get into that, right before we hit record, we were talking about Trey's playing days in Puerto Rico. And Trey, you were telling us about the worst haircut you ever got in your life.
So, I got a cut, $7.
Nice.
My man oversold it. He like, yo, I got this barber. He nice. He'll hook you up. And you know, this Spanish cats, they try to line up your eyebrows and everything, bro. They take it to an extreme. And I'm strictly West Coast. I ain't never had that experience, right? So I'm like, you know, but my man got a crazy head shape. Like, it's like, you know how niggas got the big forehead? So they line up like it kind of wrap. So like, that worked.
Like the quarterback for the Houston Texans, Deshaun Watson.
And Vince Young.
Right.
Vince Young.
Vince Young also, yeah.
Right.
So his shit is crispy. I'm talking about like, and it's the first time I ever had razor applied to my hairline. Because it wasn't doing it. Kev wasn't doing that either. Like, that wasn't nothing like he was just asking for. So I'm like, okay, his shit crispy. I got next. I'm over here just rubbing my hands, Birdman. I'm hyped. And it was like a apartment, like damn near sketch, like some crazy shit. We're in Aguadilla. And it's $7. So I'm hyped about that too. So I'm like, $7 for sure. He's cutting my hair. I don't even know. And you know, when you cutting your hair, you don't make eye contact with your barber. Unwritten rules. Right. Don't ask me why.
And they tilt you away from the mirror.
Yeah, so and like the mirror not even there until you like
said, don't ask me why.
Because I don't have an answer for you, bro. But overall,
me neither. Normally, I don't know why that is either.
Like when somebody's cutting your hair and you say, "Oh wow, why you didn't stop him? You knew he was fucking you up." You don't be knowing, bro. You just be thinking like he just getting right, and he just like, all right, cool. Right. You don't even know how high he going. Well, my man done put a vertical line, then slope me down, and then vertical line me down. So that should look like, I'm trying to just like Vince Young for sure. Like it was crazy because my hairline it goes straight across. You can't just get jazzy with it.
You're saying he made the letter M in your hairline.
The corners was so high, bro. Like it was on some Dracula shit. Like it was so crazy. Listen, I wanted to cry, but I was too old to cry. So I'm like, I just wore like headbands, hats for like at least a month till my shit got back right.
Why did you just go baldy? Like just shave it all off?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I wasn't even really thinking like that.
You know the crazy shit too, Trey, is that in New York, the Dominicans and Puerto Rican cats are some of the illest barbers in the city. Like in New York, like they get busy, yes. But it's just crazy that in
Dominicans are known, right? Like also for the hair for the women.
For women, they every ethnic woman in New York gets their hair done by Dominican women.
So I'm trying out a new barber on Wednesday, Lord willing. Here we go.
In Portland?
Portland. Now I don't know if he French. I don't know if he white. I don't know if he a John B type nigga. But the nigga charging me $65, first of all.
Oh my goodness.
Listen,
$65 for a haircut? Bro.
He cutting in fucking a warehouse with the aesthetics. You know, he doing all the shit with the lights and all that shit. So we gonna see if he get me right.
But craft whiskey
that's the
probably
most I've
on
ever
deck,
paid
all
for a
kinds
haircut
of shit.
in my life.
Does he have a miner's helmet? The miner's helmet light on?
Yes, with the black gloves.
The black gloves, there you go.
Yeah, so bro, he gonna probably and it has the little session. You book it, and it's 90 minutes, and it's all like, bro, I'm telling you, Jerv, I ain't never seen no shit like this.
Damn, bro.
But he said, it says 50 for a normal cut, 65 for haircut and shave, and I ain't got much no more. My shit thinning. I just get the one. I get the Pharrell and give me a goatee and call it a day. 65 for that. I'm about to learn to cut my hair like Mari.
Fam, listen, bro. I was just about to say, my man Mario do it for the dub. You know, if you only getting a one, listen, bro. You let me try. I'll try it out on you. Go ahead, yo. Say you little $65. You ain't gotta do that, dog. That's a ridiculous price for a haircut.
You gotta be like Mario. You gotta get that gold clippers that they sell on Instagram.
So he got them. So he got them joints, the little thin joints that's clean and, bro. I'm gonna link y'all to homie.
What's the most y'all have ever paid for haircuts?
Out here, 40, 45.
40.
Yeah,
40.
I paid 60 something, but this was during the finals in Oakland. And I got the dude, what's his name? Because he cuts a bunch of dudes' hair on the Warriors. He came to my hotel room and gave me a cut. So like it was like extenuating circumstances, but otherwise.
Well, when you got somebody coming to see you, it's a little different. You know what I mean? You have to heighten. You have to add it in.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think I paid Kev probably like 100 one time just because I had it at the time. Right. Like he ain't charged me the 100, but I think I just like was just on some like homie shit. Like, yo, pull up. You coming all the way to Beverly Hills? Like, come on.
This nigga definitely charged me the 60 whatever.
Yeah, that's sick.
Damn, I feel like I've been doing my barber some a disservice by being upset that he charged 35.
But you gotta look at it where you live too, though.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Whoa. I live in the land of the barbers, brother.
No, I ain't talking about that, fool. I'm talking about like the income, like.
Oh,
you know
so
what
now
saying?
Philly is the land of barbers too, Jerv? Is the land of spitters, barbers? What else are y'all the land of, man? Like,
you out your ever loving mind. You out your ever loving mind. You think the nicest barbers
how did Philly get crowned? The land of barbers.
Because everybody just got nice shapos, bro. Everybody's lines is crazy. Like,
hey,
it's just what it is.
Yo, take us to Lovecraft, man.
Listen, barbers are like Madden players. Everybody nice till they meet a nice person.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel
me?
Like, that's just like Madden. You like, oh, my nigga nice. He really nice. And then you smoke that nigga. You like, oh, I thought he was nice.
Exactly.
So like for Jerv to say like, oh, yeah, my barber nice. And then he meet another nigga with bars.
Also, Jerv, it's been a minute since you needed the services of a barber. They might have fell off since you've needed them, bro.
Well, first and foremost, good brother.
How do you fall off as a barber, though? Like, do you just like fuck up a haircut?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know. I've never experienced a fucked up.
I've had a fucked up.
Only when I was in
Connecticut
too. When I went to the Spanish dude in Connecticut gave me the
chin strap,
the super duper thin
the Lloyd
beard.
Banks.
Yeah, the chin strap.
I hate the chin strap.
Every time I see somebody with
a chin strap, I want to punch him in the face. I hate the chin strap. The Kev Love, remember Kev Love had the chin strap when he was at UCLA.
You see my beard. My beard has been a
real beard.
You know, it may not be, but it's been wide since fucking.
You had a beard.
I don't know, junior year, senior year in high school. Yeah, like. Boy gave me the thin beard. I came back with a picture from my barber in Philly and showed it to him. And he was like, Poppy, I can't do that.
The fact that he called you
I
Poppy
respected his honesty. I was told boy was nice, but he wasn't nice.
What's the worst cut you ever got?
Man. You know, I've gotten a few, bro. Because I used to be the dude that was unloyal to the barber. And I would just go to whoever. This is when I was young, when I was a teenager. And whoever was open, I would walk in and be like, yo, whoever's the first person available, I'm getting a cut to get out of here because I don't want to wait 3 hours.
That's why you love that military cut so much now, nigga. You ain't had nobody that just really just gave you that.
I was like, bro, I don't want to be in here for 3 hours waiting for the person that, you know, the 2 people out of the 6 that like are really the best people. So I've had my few, man. So that like nothing sticks out. Like bro, out here when I first
that nigga me might be the loyalist nigga to his barber, bro.
When I first moved out here, that was a whole process,
so many barbers, bro. He would not.
I followed Big Mike, man, everywhere because you know what it was. The cut I got before I switched to Big Mike was the worst cut I ever got. I went and I'm not gonna name the barbershop because my barber was really good there, but then he got sent away. And so I wanted to be supportive. Like, I'm going to still support the shop because it was his shop, like, and he had to go away. And he was a really good barber. So I went to the next guy who's a funny guy. And, like, you know, he's a very barbershop barber, right? Like, cracking jokes and arguing about sports and all that stuff. he's from Atlanta. And so I always see who he cut. He cuts other people. I was like, he does a good job. So I sat in his chair, and I guess he's never had to cut hair like mine before. Because, I mean,
Can you explain hair like yours? I call you cat hair, but go ahead.
Like I guess that's the best way to describe it to people. Yeah, I got weird Sudanese hair, so it's not quite as, textured as Waz. Coarse as Waz.
Coarse is the word that you're looking for.
He can't get kinky or nappy.
Yeah,
guys.
right.
But it's also not straight.
He don't got nigga naps, y'all.
He cannot be a peasy boy like me
I'm
and
not
Katie.
peasy, no. But I'm also not like the Indian dudes or whatever with like. I'm not Klay Thompson either. Like it's coarser than that. So, and because of that, it doesn't like kind of grow evenly. Like there are parts where it looks like there's hair and there really isn't, and there are parts where there's a lot more hair than. So he just went, and I had waves too. Like I had nice waves. If you've ever seen that picture of me that I post every once in a while, me in the blue shirt looking down with, like that's like the top.
I could see you and me being the Wolverine meme where you're just like staring at that picture missing. You can go back to those days.
Just so like I feel like who is that person? That's not even me. So he cut this thing and it was like uneven, and then he messed the line up. And that's the part that really killed me because, like, I could have made do while it grew back, but like having a crooked line was just like, come on, man, what are you doing? And so I didn't say anything. I paid him, and then like I literally got in the car and I drove, and the first black barbershop I saw, I stopped and I walked in and I said, "Can you help me?" And that barber was Big Mike, and he gave me the cut for free. He fixed this fucked up cut.
Wow,
and said,
that's a stand-up dude right there, bro.
Yeah, I've been with him ever since. And he moves a lot. He's moved to like 5 different shops. Sometimes he's on his own. Sometimes he's part of a bigger shop. I've stayed true even as he's moved further and further from where I live. But hey, man, like the guy knows my hair. He knows, and all the tricks how to make it look a lot fuller than it really is.
Loyalty,
Shouts
y'all.
to Big Mike.
That's a lesson in loyalty, y'all.
Yep.
Shout out to the barbers that know how to do the tricks to make it so it seem like you still got hair up there when you don't.
By the way, we
Y'all
don't
the real
use any
MVPs.
smoke and mirrors out here. No Beijing, no paints, none of that. My
Hey
barber.
man, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
I've been
brother.
letting the homies tap the corners. When they
corners?
tap the corners get tapped every now and again.
So
I'm not mad
I was
at
looking
it.
in the mirror.
I let them
was
tap
looking
the
in the mirror
corners,
and I was
Jeremy.
like,
It's just like, fuck it. Let them just tap. They put the card there and then they go, and I'm like, oh, yeah, shit, that shit. He's
think
like,
that
yo,
kinda
if you
go
don't use
automatically,
shampoo
though.
for 5 days, you can't shampoo it for 5. You can get it wet, all of that, and it'll stay blackened. But once you wash it, it's gonna be gone. So. Yeah, man. Try to time your shampoo and conditioner for right before you go to the barbershop, and you'll be looking right for at least 4 or 5 days.
You giving a sick 101 right now.
Facts.
Trey, what were you gonna say?
Nah, I just was laughing, man, because I was just thinking about that shit, just different haircuts and shit. Like when you really be factoring all of it in, like you really be that, like you the most loyal to your barber, my nigga. I don't care through thick and thin.
You know what I'm
Through
saying?
thick and thin,
Like,
bro.
it took-
Like you'll put money on a nigga books, bro, if he can come home and get you a cut,
Yo,
bro.
man, it took my man getting locked up for me. Basically said, I'm look around. And it's funny, like right now, Big Mike, I like during the pandemic, obviously my hair has been growing out crazy. He's like, yo, you embarrassing me. You going on TV. People know how you cut your hair, and they're hitting me up. What's up with your boy? I said, hey man, at least you know I ain't cheating on you, right? Like,
Oh boy.
apparent. I tell you what, I wish I could cheat on. Goddamn Lovecraft Country, man. I wish I could do it so dirty.
Yeah, just fast forward to the end. My goodness, this episode was a lot. Last week was just like,
So this
last
this
week
is
was
the
OD.
first. This is the first episode, my nigga, where I was like, "Hey, I feel Jerv. I feel me." At this point, my nigga, what the fuck is going on here? And I watched it late last night, right? So I'm like, I really don't want to finish this. That's where I was at with it. Like it's 11:30 at night,
It felt
almost
like-
like pushing 12.
I'm sorry, it felt like the episode was 4 hours long.
Facts.
Oh yeah, the subtitles was dragging.
Subtitles will do that to you.
Like I'm like, do Shorty got the real life firebox with the dragon in it? Like, what's really popping right now?
Firefox.
You know,
Yo, was that her dad she slept with?
Well, it's not her. It's not her.
Oh, come on,
I don't know.
I don't know what was going on with that part of it. The monster, like the lady's ex-husband raped the daughter.
Raped the stepdaughter.
Because she had the stepdaughter, and she summoned a demon to kill him. But in order to bring the daughter back, the demon has to kill 100 dudes. And it was just so convoluted and just like, what is this?
It's a lot.
You know,
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
And they just dropped us in the middle of Korea during the war. And it was slightly ill about that. I mean, sorry to cut you off, was that's the war we don't really talk about like that. We talk about World War I, World War II, Vietnam. We never really talk about the Korean War like that.
Korean War is MASH. That's what MASH was about. MASH was about the Korean War.
I give Lovecraft credit for highlighting important events and shit.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like from that aspect. But when they go sci-fi, them niggas be going like they push that motherfucker to the limit, bro. Like you be like, yo, you blowing me right now. Like, what are you doing? Shedding skin, and now, nigga, you got some octopus type thing coming out of pussy and eyes and fam, like.
By the way, this is the other thing I kind of felt. I'm like, Tick, if you saw tentacles come out of a bitch's eyes and suck your memories out of your head, then how would you be like confused by any of this other shit? Like, did you want to bring that up to everybody in the car? By the way, there's supernatural things. How do I know? I saw it myself in Korea.
Right.
Or do you just act surprised like your uncle and Letty? Like, oh, was that a vampire? Oh.
Right. That I noticed that. I was like, well, if he was familiar with magic before, then why was this shit some whole ordeal? You know? Shouts to Jamie Chung, by the way, the actress who basically plays the main character in this week's episode. She did a thing. Like she killed it. I enjoyed her performance, but like I just this diversion was just strange to me. It was just a strange bottle episode. But what were we supposed to take from this? That he learned that death is in his future? I mean, isn't it in all of our futures?
You go home, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, no, bitch, I'm
actually able to die.
Of course I'm black, going to 1950s America. Like, pretty sure, like, yes, I know.
I'm going to die at some point. Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? As tentacles shot out of your pussy in your eyes and sucked my memories out. Yeah, forgive me for not wanting to stick around and listen a little bit more to the wisdoms that you have.
My man got ghosts. He got ghosts like if the mom came home and caught him, he ran out of that shit butt-ass naked.
The mom did come kind of catch him. Like, she opened the door.
Yeah, she was just like, what? But I'm just talking about just in a hood perspective. But it was just hilarious that, like, my man fell in love with the nurse. He crying. He getting emotional. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think you could do that? Could you pretend to like someone just long enough so you could fuck them over? Now, in this case, she was actually planning to kill him. But, like, could you?
Shit, some evil people out here in this world, bro. I'm sure people could do it.
I'm asking y'all specifically. Like, pretend to be nice to someone, be their friend, and get them in the good graces, and then, like, screw them over, basically.
That shit remind me of that Meek Mill song. What was it, Tony? Or whatever the one?
Oh, the Tony story. That's a dope series.
That's what that remind me of.
I can't be around people
moms and then he get back.
I can't be around people I don't fuck with. Like I it's not gonna work. You know, to just be able to hold that in, and you know, and again, like it's kind of dope that the story delves into it. Like our hero is not really a hero. Like he did terrible things in the name of his country.
He shot like that nurse with the quickness. I was like,
son, it was. By the
way, here's another question. Bro. Here's another question. If they say, I'm going to shoot everyone until I find out who the communist spy is, and they shoot two of them, why didn't anyone raise their hand and say, it was the first bitch you shot? That was the spy.
Yeah, like you deaded her already.
Like, what are y'all doing? What are we doing here?
Did y'all peep in the flashback that this dude had a wrench in his hand and was pulling the chick's teeth, like torturing her?
Yeah, they were doing torturing her. Yeah.
I was like, yo, y'all was on some real fucking evil shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
So it's, I guess the purpose of it is to show like the complexity of Atticus and just like, he's been through and seen terrible things. And then he found out about some premonition from a Korean woman that he fell in love with that happened to be a monster too.
Wait, did she actually I don't remember her telling him. Oh, she told him don't go back.
Don't go back to America because you're going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, but he's from America, so he's going to go back eventually. So, I mean, he's going to die.
She should have been like, get me some papers, boy. I'm trying to come back. I'm trying to get to America.
Yeah, he tried. She didn't want to do it.
Bro. Once she had all that shit coming out of every angle.
It might have been lit, though, Jerv.
Are you asking?
I'm good, bro.
Imagine if she did that to the Grendel. That'd be crazy, my boy.
Stupid. Yo, Waz, by the way, were you asking if he was gonna ask her, do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, come back to America with Rob. To America.
Did you get your passport?
Did you get
your shots?
Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America?
Oh, man.
Yo, how many more episodes of this thing do we have?
I have no idea, man. Actually, here's the thing. Naima, did I say this on the pod last week? Where Naima apparently is familiar with the source material, and she said the source material is a book of short stories that are lightly connected with the common characters. So that's why every episode feels like very wrapped up, standalone in its own self. Like we have a beginning, middle, and end. And then there's like, oh yeah, and that's him from that other story. That's her from this story, whatever. That's why it's like that, because it's actually short stories that they try to make into one big story. I am still staggered by how many people like this show. I thought everyone was going to be like me, like, yo, what is this dumb shit? And I'm like surprised at the most powerful hour in television. I'm like, what?
You know what it is, Amin. It's just cap. It's cap. We in a moment where you have to praise black art and blackity, black.
Nah.
It's a lot of cap and projection going on. There's no chance in hell this show is as popular as people would make it out to be.
I mean, I'm like,
I bet you it gets a second season.
Probably because of what Waz just said. Did anyone follow the Emmys, by the way?
No.
Nah, I just seen a bunch of black people. I see a bunch of black people retweeting all the black winners, so that was lit.
Zendaya.
I think she did win.
Zendaya won for Euphoria, and
so it ain't Zendaya.
I have no idea how to say her name.
I don't know what it is, honestly.
Names you see written but never hear out loud.
Right.
Okay. I thought it was Zendaya. Okay, go off.
Either way, she won, which she absolutely deserved. She killed it in that role. That's a very bold hour in filmmaking. Every time you in television, when we watch that, like it made me uncomfortable because I knew it was real. I knew like this is what this shit is like. These little kids are not growing up like we did. We're like, I have a couple pulls of weed behind the school or whatever. These kids are doing crazy ass drugs, like, and doing all types of wild ass shit. And I was like, it's terrifying, it's uncomfortable, but also that's great fucking TV. So shout out to them. Shout out to Regina King for winning for Watchmen again.
That's four, dog.
That's bold television. That's not
sure.
just fucking horse shit you guys have on.
Hey man, my man Jonathan Abrams might be next, bro. Let's keep supporting
Jonathan Abrams.
Jonathan Abrams is the homie from. That's his name, Jonathan Abrams.
I mean, I don't think that's his last name, but it's Jonathan something.
Because I was like, Jonathan Abrams is the dude that wrote the book about The Wire.
Well, about The Wire, used to work at Grantland. Yeah.
That's Jonathan Abrams. They're like, word? He got a show now? Oh, man. All right, so speaking of other trash TV, Power, let's run through this one real quick, because I would just
I'll fuck with this, dog.
Did you?
I'll fuck with this one. Yes, I like, man, I'm on, listen, I'll be hyped to see Power now.
The whole
I don't know why.
Once they got the fake trial.
That shit was
So
ass.
the mock trials, let's start with the mock trials.
Okay.
So, what did y'all think about the mock trials? First of all, can you really do that in real life?
No.
I don't think
No
so.
chance.
There's no way.
There's no chance,
There's
right?
no way. There's no
So
way.
listen, this is why I thought it was so great, because it's Power, bro.
No,
We
but they
over-expect
do
a lot of shit.
like like they do have ways of like focus group and shit. Like, for instance, they talk about the OJ trial. They focus grouped Marsha Clark, and everybody, the black women hated her. And she was so convinced that she was down with the sisters that she was like, no, please, black women love me. And it turned out that she was wrong. Like, that she just, for whatever reason, she wasn't getting across to them. So they did some type of focus group. So I think that's something that happens.
Groups. What they do not do
with a real judge
pay a judge and pay jurors and pay another attorney and then say, hey,
had that shit cracking in
all
there.
you got to do is write an NDA and we're good. Like, what?
Yeah, that don't sound right.
By the way, I never thought this could ever be the case, but I find myself liking Tyreek now. One, and two,
I can explain.
I just continue to hate Tasha. She's just the worst.
I can explain.
But go ahead.
Here's why. Because you actually brought it up 2 weeks ago. Because the kid has gotten better at acting.
He did. Yes.
And so his acting is actually making him more tolerable.
Yep.
The writing is still terrible, right? Like the whole the scene with the professor in class.
Yo, what was that, son?
Yo,
listen, he tried to be fake intellectual. That's some shit. That's Young Waz at his school.
That's Kyrie. That's Kyrie.
No, that's Young Waz though. Me, like I'm sure when he was going to that white school up north. Yeah, listen, that's Waz in there being a smart ass.
Yo, man, that scene had me crying. Like Power just is. They can't focus on a story. It's like, all right. Tyreek is in a new environment. He's trying to help his mother beat a case. There are these new people in his life. Okay, cool. It's enough that these people are gangsters and they have gangster problems. They got to add the chick wants to go to college and they're not letting her go to college. You know, they got to add the two professors at his school used to smash and now he's smashing students in the office next door. It's like,
whoa, graduate student, bro.
Oh yeah. Facts. That's an important distinction. There's just so much going on, but I'm enjoying the Mary J. Blige family.
She hard.
Yeah. She's super hard.
I fuck with her.
She walks in cussing everybody. She's like a black Susie Green.
Nah.
Every time she cusses.
She gave me Black Mom vibes for sure. I was hyped.
She's not making it out this season, yo. Or if this is a multi-season thing?
It's not. It's just a 10 thing. It's somebody.
Yeah, she's not making it out this season.
It's a wrap. Yeah, it's a wrap.
Got you.
So,
she's not making it out this season. She's getting killed by her husband.
Waz was able to brush past a couple of things. Let's talk about Lorenzo's VIP. The nigga is the most lit nigga in prison.
Oh,
nigga had a queen size bed. Nigga, California king in his shit.
Son, when he offered to do the Corona, I was like, yo, this nigga he's super lit. The prison setup is hilarious. Everybody's on payroll apparently. The guards, the freaking cops, everybody. This dude is apparently fucking Pablo Escobar. So I thought, that was interesting for sure.
The thing about Power that gets me is like sometimes it has like a pretty good idea, like the idea of how Tariq would be entangled with his family is because all right, I'm with that. The problem is every scenario they do, it's like they hired writers who've never been in that scenario. The kid walks into the locker room and is like shit talking some other kid on the team. Like no one who's been in the locker room talks like that.
It doesn't work like that.
None of this works like that. Did you guys just guess? Like when you wrote this? Same thing with like the classroom scene. Like no college is like this. Did you guys just guess what college was like? And then like the fake courtroom. Like no lawyer does this. Are you guys just guessing what lawyers do? So that's the thing about Power that gets me. It's like it's so unnecessary. You could actually tell a good story if you just did a little homework, burn a calorie, like ask somebody who's actually done it.
I mean, when did Tasha become a pro in jail? Her quick adjustment, she's a fast learner. It's like she got a chance to be outside the bubble, and then when she hit the bubble, she was like a super rookie. My nigga, she got that burner and that Plan B. I mean, the morning after pill, and just turned into a super thug. She like looking, she scurrying off, wind knowing, like she done been there before. And then you catch her crying and all this and shook posture. So that was kind of funny. This nigga Zeke is pissing me off.
Zeke is the son, the gangster.
No, Zeke is the basketball player.
The basketball
Zeke's
nigga.
the basketball
He's
player.
killing me right now, bro.
Yeah. He's ridiculous.
They had the
moron.
dorky white hooper that's replacing him, but like he does the press conference and he got me so mad.
It's like
He
none of
got
this
me
happens.
so mad.
The schools do the opposite. They actually go out of their way to not let the athlete speak. Right. Also, Stansfield is supposed to be like an Ivy League type school. Since when do they care so much about like the basketball team?
Right.
Like all of a sudden it became Michigan. Like, wait, what happened here?
That's just so funny, man.
When I thought when you're ineligible, I thought you're not
can't do
allowed
nothing.
to
You
do
can't do
any of the
nothing.
stuff that he did. Like I thought you're just
You
not
can't
allowed to do
nothing.
that shit.
My nigga, my 1 year I transferred from school, nigga, I had to sit in the stands. That shit was trash can.
Also,
a whole semester.
I've been to college. As I understand it, you only get grades at the end of the semester. Like the idea that like week to week is his grades up yet? Like it doesn't work like that,
Right.
bitch. Like,
Right.
Again, have you never been to college?
Okay, hey, when you break it down that way, now you're making me mad at me. Like, it probably is pretty
But
bad.
but Trey, like to be honest with you, that I can usually ignore that kind of lack of attention to detail to stuff that people haven't done before, except when it comes to basketball or sports. It's the same reason like
Right.
that Kevin Costner movie Draft Day. I couldn't. Because like this is nothing like what happens. But people think, oh yeah, and then there's an intern and his first day will be on draft day and he'll be working for the gym. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. That guy never even comes upstairs, let alone work on draft day. So it's just I don't have a suspension of disbelief for sports.
So Zeke is pretty much dumb on and off the court. Drew Tejada is the weak link. He can't carry his own weight. Kane always has to save his ass.
Kane is crazy.
Let's talk about Drew and Lil Guap's interaction.
Ooh.
You had to know that was about to happen. Like Lil Guap in there is Lil Guap,
like
right?
Lil Money. Lil Guap.
Which doesn't sound
First
like
of
a
all-
good nickname. Little Money? Like, hey, I'm broke, basically. You're not Big Guap, that's the name.
Like you see my man wilding out on the Instagram video. You send the weakest link in there to go have a
They
conversation
did it
with
on
my
purpose, right?
Yeah,
And then-
you knew he was gonna get sunned.
They knew he was going to get his son. That's why they did it.
That's the thing about power too that kills me is that drug dealing always has to be a family business, right? Like you have to, like it's not like in real life where a lot of dudes are in gangs, in criminal organizations, and they send their kids to private school, send them off to college. Like, yeah, you don't have to do this to get money. You'll be able to rub shoulders with legitimate people and keep it pushing.
To be
But
fair,
in power, no matter what.
To be fair, that's what Ghost wanted.
Yes,
wanted
it
Tariq
is.
to
It's
go to
never been
college.
what Tasha wanted, though.
Yeah, no, Tasha's stupid. a dumb
Tasha's the same as Naaman's pops. Real talk. I mean,
wow.
Naaman's mom's in the Wire.
I'm about to
We
say,
base shorty.
Nah, don't do that, bro. She's not as bad as Naaman's mom. Naaman's mom is like the worst fucking. Her and Boston George's mom are like the
bad
two
moms.
worst moms ever in fucking movies or any type of television.
So, Waz mentioned it briefly. Jabari, he's a professor, aka fake Mark Lamont Hill. His sex problem.
That's a thing. We still do things.
By the way,
I think we lost the culture.
by the way, the shorties on this show are bad.
Stupid.
Some bad ones
Shout out
on
to
the
the
show.
casting.
Graduate
Shout out to the
student
casting.
was this.
I'm into the professor. I forget her name. The one
She
who's
looks like-
obsessed with.
She looks like Aisha Tyler. Every time I
She
look
do.
at her,
She
I see
does.
Aisha
She does.
Tyler.
She does. For some reason, I'm getting the vibes that she's gonna let Tyreek beat. Am I the only one getting that vibe?
Of course.
Nah, bruh. I said that fucking the first interaction they had. My man Zeke is trying to smash, and she was trying to throw that shit to Tyreek, and Tyreek over there. I'm sorry, I wouldn't have been that motherfucking cool. How old was Tyreek? 17,
Like-
18? Nah, bro, my leg would have started shaking because I'd be like, oh shit, I
the
might
way
get this
she's
shit.
showing an interest in like, we want to do a memorial for your dad, and because your dad was a great person, and blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, Ma, I don't know you. What are you doing? So I feel like she wants to throw him some vibes.
Well, and she got the sex addiction.
And then the two shorties that he's dealing with right now, the classmate shorty, I'm a fan of. She's nice.
She's a joint. She's joint
nice.
for sure.
She's nice.
And somebody just say, "Eh."
I said she's all right.
Hold on, Amin. You're not feeling the classmate, the Spanish shorty?
The blonde hair with the light.
Oh, you wildin', boy.
God, man.
Oh, all right.
What about? Hold on. What about Zeke cousin?
Diana?
Diana.
I'm feeling her
Tejada.
too. I'm
You not feeling Diana either?
Diana's a girl I would have dated in high school.
She's a joint.
Damn,
She's supposed to be Spanish
This
too.
nigga
Mitch.
just stunned. He said, "This is
She's
a
a
joint I
joint.
dated in high school. I'm a grown ass man now."
She a little, I like a little,
Yo, man.
like back then.
Back to your notes, Trey, please.
Oh man, so I mean, what's up with Jabari? Like, is he gonna get caught? I mean, obviously, I thought he was about to get the Triz popping when she heard the noise.
Trey, here's the thing. At first, I thought like, oh man, she gonna get mad. Then I was like, oh no, she gonna bust in that door. Like, I can't believe you would do this. And I'm like, wait a second. There was a point where she kind of like kind of leaned over, and I was like, wait a minute.
Here's the problem. We've been socialized by porn too much. That's a porn scene, okay? Like, the lady's working in the office next door, and she hears two people going at it, and then she knocks on the door and be like, oh my. And then she starts touching herself.
Exactly.
Like, bro,
this is what they do. They walk in, they find the people fucking, but the people fucking don't notice. So then they start to play with themselves in like from behind a towel rack or something like that. And then the girls are like, Mom, or whatever, like Aunt Marie. And then that's where she makes some comment about, oh, but you're not even doing it right. And now we escalate. Now we have a little bit of a competition that goes, and then scene. No, just me? Okay.
Yeah. No.
She's got to get him back by fucking somebody, though.
I thought that she was about to start pleasuring herself. I was like, oh, is this where we taking it? Okay, Power, I'm not mad at this. But it just never happened. She was just like, her work was disturbed. It was just that's just a weird scene. I don't know why we needed that. We needed to establish, what were we establishing there? That this dude has sex? I don't understand. Like, that was kind of unnecessary.
The idea is,
nah, he just probably, listen, I think he got fired from his other job for doing the same shit, and like she gave him an opportunity to vouch for him.
Got you.
He's just a serial sex nigga.
Okay. He's a sex addict.
So they both sex addicts then.
Serial sex nigga. That's
well, isn't that bad? Like when you're
serial sex niggas is crazy, by the way.
Shouldn't you not bring another sex addict to your work environment if you're a sex addict and also you also fuck this person? Yeah, and they live right next door to you. That's like being, whatever addict and you moving right next to the fucking dope house.
Well, I think that shit don't make sense. Situation, he ain't admitted it or accepted it. You feel me? I think that because he wrote the book, he the nigga that's all lit and everybody know about him, and she got sent off as having a problem, but he was taking advantage of her. I'm pretty sure he was getting Mr. Marcus with her. You know what I'm saying? Getting it crazy.
At the Tim's
Shout out to
on
Mr. Marcus.
Just being mad rude.
And
just saying like how Wesley Pipes was saying
Wesley
on some
Pipes,
shit like
Wesley Pipes is the one.
Nigga said being mad rude.
Wesley Pipes is mad rude, man.
He's spitting all in her mouth, bro. He's getting crazy with her, bro, just because she knows that she got an addiction and just taking over it.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I'm interested to see if homie get fired or
he's not gonna get fired.
Nah, he won't get fired, bro.
If he's just gonna abuse the situation. Tate's supposed to come back next episode.
Oh, so, maybe he smashes the teacher.
That's sick. Yes. I mean, how this show going, who knows, bro?
He gonna go check on Tariq.
I know for a fact Tariq will smash. Like it was written in the
teacher.
stars.
You guys think that's gonna happen?
1,000%. It's
okay.
power.
I'm looking forward to that. For
sure. He comes off as a nigga that don't want buns.
Nah, but
he definitely does, bro. Because the little light skinned shorty was throwing that thing right at him. He was like,
"Yeah." She was like, "I can help you with your school and blah 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 blah." He's like, "Yeah, maybe I'll take you up on that." Like, what?
All that nigga care about is selling drugs, pissing his people off, and making money.
I mean, in his defense, he's trying to get his mom. He's trying to make sure his mom is.
What are you guys doing here?
Nah, but he been wild though.
Yeah,
that's the thing for me. All right, moving on. We got another show that we watched, Woke. Yeah, everybody watch Woke?
So
yeah, I watched Woke.
Full disclosure, I watched 75% of episode 1 and fell asleep.
Okay.
And then today I was gonna watch episode 2 and I got busy because I went and I just did Andrew Schultz's podcast Flagrant 2. So I figured I'll plug our pod on the show, and then that's gonna do a lot better than me watching Woke. So I just know that Woke is about a cartoonist who, like,
basically he's a cartoonist, a fairly, like, you know, a mainstream cartoonist, and he has a racial awakening after getting roughed up by the police for no reason. Before this, he kind of self-identified as basically a safe Negro. And he has a sort of come to Jesus moment with his racial identity on stage at some Comic-Con type event. And then, I guess I watched the first 2 episodes, and the show is basically him coming to grips with his identity and how he can filter that through his work, actually make quote unquote important art, which I don't know, man. It's so crazy to me because, like, I don't know that people should have to make quote unquote important shit just because they're black, right? Like, I understand both sides of it. Like, it's just like, it's kind of your responsibility to talk about certain things that happen to black people as a black artist. I get that, but I just hate the idea that this dude would dedicate his life to just making race work, But the show is just about a safe Negro. They don't make him an Uncle Tom, but they make him like, he basically says in the episode,
he plays the game.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
he's like, I didn't think it would happen to me.
Yep.
And so it's an interesting sort of premise that they're playing on. I don't know that Lamorne Morris is the type of cat that could carry this type of vehicle. I don't know that he has the it factor to lead a show like this, but I'm intrigued by the subject matter, so I'm definitely going to watch it.
I think he does.
So I'm almost done with the entire season.
Oh, nice.
And I mean, because it just flows or whatever. Like, it's nothing crazy. It's not addictive. It's not like fire. It's cool. But it's also like one of those, it just reminds me of like what we experienced during the George Floyd situation, where it was a lot of niggas that was quiet and then just something just happened and it struck a nerve for niggas to actually speak up, including myself.
Right.
But his character, as him saying like, I don't see color, or, you know what I mean, was like actually cool and blind to like the racial shit that was going on in front of his face. And for him to wake up and then now have this like, the struggles in between, like fighting with markers and animated like that, I couldn't fuck with that part. But like, if you keep watching it, it gets funny on certain parts, but then also you could see why it's like, yo, this shit kind of corny.
Bro, oh my God. They have some of the most talented people working on this show, unfortunately, are playing inanimate objects. Keith David, who is the dad from ATL, he plays a Bible.
He's a dad and
Cedric the Entertainer plays a trash can. Sam Richardson, who some of you guys might know from Veep. He Split from Veep. Super funny black dude. He plays Toast. Like, these are like, yeah, he's the Toast.
Okay.
He's a funny dude. Like, these are talented people, and they got them playing freaking just doing voice work. It's Leon. I'm pretty sure that's Leon.
Oh, Leon's the marker, right? Leon is 100% the marker.
Yeah, again, like extremely talented folks doing cartoon shit, which I think is unfortunate, but still, there is talent behind the show.
On cartoon.
Like, nah, it's I don't want to really spoil it. I don't know how much we're gonna spend on this show. But like, as it got more and more, like, it was just crazy ass conversations on this shit that it's like, if you had a roommate, or if you just like, I mean, this is a black man living in San Francisco. He's a cartoonist, which is like, niggas is not cartoonists, first of all. And then also like he got his fucking homie like that's like cool, but like not cool. The black nigga with the beard.
The ball
he
player.
like he don't come off as like he kind of saved the show because he kind of funny, but like he also come off corny too. So like, and then the white dude to find some balance. Like we all got that white homie that's just kind of like decent, but I just like I said, I don't know the shelf life on this show. Like I don't want to kill it off because I think we deserve to make bad shit too. But yeah, I just don't know the climate of this. This is just like, all right, whatever.
You think it's not a good show, or it's just a good show, or
it's just okay. Like I wouldn't say, yo, you need to check it out. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like it's just on some shit. Like, all right, if it's nothing else on, for sure I'm gonna watch it. But
I'm about to watch.
You know,
I
think you downplayed it a little bit. I think it's me of all people. I think it's actually funny.
Okay, here's a disclaimer: were you baked when you watched it?
So yes.
Episode 1, yes. Episode 2, no.
Okay, I give you the benefit. Of
I think that
I think Under the Influence cartoons. I mean, like actual fucking pins and shit talking with a certain voice and saying nigga and shit. You're gonna cackle for sure.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, I would definitely not the do.
But Sober Mind, Sober Dogs, I was like not. I wasn't
it's
like.
I mean, it's funny.
Real quick, speaking of sobriety, I know this is a little bit of a tangent, but I've been thinking about this. So, Bronny James, the son of LeBron James.
Oh my God.
Got caught. I don't know if you get caught if you posted the video yourself, but basically smoking on a nugget while my pops smokes the nuggets. What a witty bar from the young man.
Wait, hold on. He captioned.
Yes.
Wait, that was the caption.
You didn't see the caption?
Oh,
No.
No.
Oh, I didn't know he was wilding like that.
Yeah,
That's
so
hilarious.
Talk that talk.
He got bars.
so, but anyway, so
Somebody edited out that on there. You know that, right?
they put it on there, or someone else put it on.
Okay,
Okay,
so
never mind.
shout out to the
Boomer.
copywriter.
Yeah, because the story was that he posted that by accident.
How do you?
That it was probably supposed to be a DM.
Theory is that he posted himself that he was going to send close friends and he fucked
Oh
up.
wow.
That's why I don't fuck with the close friends shit. That shit's
I've never even tried it, Jerv.
Hey.
Nah,
I've never
good.
even tried it. I'm
But
good.
why are y'all even using Instagram to send shit anyway? Like I don't even understand that concept.
I'll tell you why.
Like the same thing with Jamal Murray showing like him getting top. Like how do you even just slip
Wait,
up
what?
like that, big dog?
Yo, you don't know the Jamal Murray story?
You don't know about the
No.
Jamal Murray shit?
No, I gotta Google this.
Ah.
I guess I gotta
actually
Google
Google
this.
His
Yeah,
wife, he
yeah,
was
yeah.
serving him, bro, and he just posted it on the story, and niggas just screen cap like,
Yeah.
oh, I was like, yo,
Yeah.
Damn, dog, you making light skinned niggas look bad, dog.
I mean, it wasn't a bad look. It was just like,
It's just,
Bro,
it's just reckless
that's-
behavior.
That's a bad.
There was.
That's
there
not.
was
How's it a
That's
bad
not a
look?
bad
Bro,
look.
you
I'm
get
gonna just say
chopped.
this. I'm gonna just say there was an aggressive pubic hair thing going on there.
there you go.
Very aggressive. Very aggressive.
He's
He definitely should have got Manscaped ad read.
You
Yeah,
guys
oh
are
boy.
sickos.
Manscaped. I hope this is a Manscaped week. Now we just give them 3 great.
Yeah, man. But listen, dog. All I'm saying overall, I mean, I don't know. Like, you feel me? Like, they made a big deal about Malaya smoking,
Yeah, oh,
and
yeah.
then you think
Malia?
about
Malia.
Malia, yeah. You know what I mean? And then you think about Bronny. The only thing is, everybody smoke weed, but the thing that you have to factor in, he's 15. So it's
Yes.
like, if you 18, nigga, you can do whatever you want. But 15, it's like, nigga, you're living Brentwood. Like,
What's that, like a sophomore?
Yeah.
What's
nah,
he?
he's going into the 10th grade now.
Oh yeah, no, that's too young. I don't think for me. I
So
don't think
first
it was
of all,
a
listen,
junior.
he's
Right.
smoking whatever he's smoking, some BD, some stress, whatever the white homies done plugged in with, because some white person put him on that for sure.
Always.
He in Brentwood, and bro, you're super rich. You're a super rich kid. Regardless if you got the money or not, your dad is loaded, bro. It just sucks because I remember when I was that age, I looked at weed as crack. I just wasn't just like really exposed. I just thought niggas was burnt out. He not in the pathway. He love a sport too
No.
much for him to like
But
indulge in it crazy.
Trey, this is the thing you got to remember, because I was thinking about this today. The idea is that if you are growing up in California now over the last few years,
Mm-hmm.
it is super normalized, right? Like marijuana use in the Western United States is super normalized in that Like I say this all the time because I'm in New York right now, and I've had it happen uptown at my cousin's neighborhood. Where people ask me if I want that gas, and I'm like, really, you guys are still selling this shit on the streets like drug dealers? And you understand? I go to supermarkets to go buy my shit now. We got weed Uber on the West Coast, like Uber Weeds, right?
You
like,
come up here to Washington, you can buy weed in Walmart for $30 cash.
Yeah, man. So it's just like
that shit ain't no gas though.
I mean, Jerv, it's fucking dispensaries on every corner like a liquor store.
They got gas at the dispensaries,
yeah,
Jerv.
But not at Walmart though.
Not at Walmart.
Walmart not gonna have gas. They don't have
They don't have gas.
No, Walmart's definitely serving Reggie.
Listen, what if the Walmart had the
Skywalker?
rating?
They don't have Skywalker.
Listen. What if they got the Obama runs with the 5-star rating?
They got Yoda.
The Obama what?
You said who?
If they got the Obama runs with the 5-star rating. Jerv, you smoking runs yet?
Bruh, runs is like
okay, all right.
That's my shit. Cause
the point is like these kids, not Bronny, but like every kid he goes to school with, probably
they all getting high.
No,
bro.
but it's not that they're getting high. Their parents, like there's some people like let their kids drink, like
yeah,
like their parents are going in their or no, actually more appropriately, people who share cigarettes with their kids. Like I've seen that. Like people just accept that their kids smoke and they smoke too, and so then they just. Hey, let me get one. Let me bum one off of you, whatever. But it's just like, it doesn't have the stigma that you're talking about, Trey.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have that. Like, it's beyond like, oh, yeah, a lot more people smoke weed. It's like, it's literally legal, right? And all of that stuff about this is a gateway drug, all that's kind of debunked. And when it's one thing for it to be legal. It's another thing when you see people, grown folks, like parents of grown children, smoking and doing everything, and it's like out in the open. I could see why. Now he's still underage, he shouldn't be doing it, but it's like a combination of like, this is what niggas do, and all my friends probably have parents that don't even care if they do or don't. You kind of, yeah, man, like, and as always, I'm always sure there's an element where like there's some pussy involved, because when you're 15 years old, goddamn it, there's not that much you do in life that isn't in the hunt for pussy, if you're into that sort of thing.
So, do you remember that one video he uploaded?
That he deleted last year?
The one where he was crying over the girl?
Yeah.
And he was saying, all she want to do is smoke weed, I'm pretty sure. And it was a Get Off video, too. I think Rob shared it with us, where the TikTok, where Shorty was moving his head and doing all this other shit. John. Listen, he done fell into that snow. I mean, listen, you go to a private school. I already know he playing in the snow. But
was?
I was waiting for it.
We need our correspondent on
the bunny.
Look,
the bunny
this is the thing about Bronny. His dad's a billionaire. None of this shit matters. If he doesn't make it to the NBA, he'll be completely fine. He'll be super rich. He's gonna be straight no matter what happens. So that's why it's extra stupid. Like when it comes to like people like us, Trey, when we was hooping, when we were younger, they were telling us, yo, man, you can't be doing that because you're not going to get a scholarship. You're not going to do this because we thought we were saving our freaking lives. So niggas never
told me, dog. I just watch niggas just fall to the power of the blunt. Like, it was to a point where it's like, come on, my nigga. It's like 8 a.m., my nigga. You're blowed. And it was like, at 15. No, but I'm just saying, at 14, 15, my nigga, being like cushed out of your mind, like.
And you can still go to school?
No, but niggas is there, like, not going to class and just like, yo, do you know it's third period now? You've been stuck in that same spot, my nigga. I done went to 2 classes. What do you come to school for? Just to get blowed and eat like a fucking Big Texas? Nigga was eating a Big Texas nigga with a fucking Snapple.
Oh, that sounds great right
now. Oh, man, see. Munchy of me. Yeah. But,
yo,
yeah, I mean, it's just different, though. Like, I just look at it like, cool. I just think at 9th grade, like, I don't know, because I don't want to challenge. I don't know what their household's like. I don't want to say like Savannah wasn't paying attention and shit like that.
Savannah's in the bubble.
So the nigga probably fucking his fucking maid. Who knows? This nigga lit, bro.
Yeah, that crib is probably popping.
Yo, man. Like that's what I was trying to tell somebody. I was like, yo, he's 16 years old. His parents are gone. We got a free house this weekend or whatever this month, right?
So is his grandma watching him?
I guess so. It's a family members or whatever, right? And like Jerv said, it's not like a 4-bedroom little chalet. It's a there's probably whole wings of the house that people don't even know.
My nigga, he in the cut like a Band-Aid, nigga.
Right?
They got a He got to use it just like Drake, nigga, with the walkie-talkie in the crib. I know Brian got a sick-ass spot.
Absolutely got an intercom.
We're like, nigga, you could be in the left wing and niggas wouldn't even know.
But like, let me say this. Even if he wasn't LeBron's son, even if his dad was a regular dude with a regular job, and even if he's the same caliber of basketball player that he is now, which by most people say he's not an NBA player, right? He's going to be a D1 player, but like a high D1, but not right now, at least. We're giving him time. But, even if all that were true, this shit still doesn't mean anything.
No.
Like, if, he's going to get recruited by wherever he's going to get recruited. And
yeah, niggas not going to not just recruit the nigga because he done smoked some weed
one time on camera.
Nah.
Like, people don't care. And that was my thing. I was like, it's not a big deal because it doesn't matter. It's not, if he was doing like blow or like smoking crack or doing heroin.
Right.
And then it's like, now you've got like.
Crystal, if he was doing crystal.
Yeah. Like then.
Like, yeah.
Then it might but like he's smoking weed, which is something that a lot of them already do. Right? Like a lot of these kids are getting scholarships and not like, I've never touched the wacky tobacco. Right? So if it's disposable as an event, then will it matter? And I think it's disposable for two reasons. One, it's because everyone kind of already assumes everyone's doing it. And two is because our attitudes towards weed are just different. Like I remember when Klay Thompson's draft stock fell because of a couple of like weed incidents at Washington State, which now just seems like a funny personality quirk, right? We just make fun of Klay for being high all the time. But back then, like it was a real thing. 10 years ago, it could ruin your draft stock or affect it. Now, like nobody gives a shit, man. Anyways,
there you have it. Let Bronny smoke the weed, man.
Yeah. And
let him do his thing.
And Bronny, put the phone down, man.
Please, for the love of God.
You got 5 million followers, dog. It's you too lit right now.
Hey, Bronny, if you want to go to a university where you're not gonna be judged, the people on campus won't be mad at you because you just like to get down a little bit. Take your talents to Hampton University, where you will be appreciated.
That's a sick recruitment.
And loved.
I thought he was gonna take your ass down the street to SC.
You know what I was gonna say though? Shout outs to, first of all, shout outs to Deion Sanders, Jackson State University, Coach Prime. I don't know what he about to do over there. It's gonna be something illegal, but it's gonna be lit. And then I also wanted to shout out, who else did I want to shout out? It was somebody else, man, that was like doing something really black and really beautiful. But I can't even think about it right now. And it slipped my mind.
Beyonce.
I don't even speak them name. I don't even speak that name. But what happened?
No, I'm just guessing. Someone who did some black and beautiful.
Beyonce's always doing something black.
And
nah, it was some.
And beautiful.
Yeah, shout outs to that. But it was something else that was like a small win, but it was big for, I wanted to highlight. I can't even think of it. It was like, at this moment, I can't think. So it'll come back to me. I'm gonna be mad. But do we got anything else?
Think that,
lyricist, dog. Can we get in that really quick?
What was the question again?
Oh yeah,
Kendrick or who?
The internet, and I know Waz is going just ready to hang up. But
nah, we good.
It's a debate between who's the better lyricist. Who's the better lyricist, Kendrick or Lupe Fiasco? And I'm like, it's not a no-brainer, but I'm going to say Lupe is the better lyricist.
I agree.
I think Kendrick can make better songs.
He's just way better.
And do all that other shit.
He has way better musical
taste.
And I think the shit that Kendrick is good at, like he's really good at a narrative on his album. Like he's telling you a story the whole album. But like some of that stuff where like Kendrick is, that song on Damn where he's talking about his dad and meeting Top and blah, 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 and all of that. Like he's spinning like a yarn for you. Lupe was doing that shit years ago, 15 years ago he was doing that kind of stuff. And yeah, of course. And just like the crazy stuff Lupe has done with rhymes is just, it's on the level of anybody you've ever heard rap before, But now, is that as important as making songs that people like listening to? I personally don't think so. But if you want to have your lyricist mantle, then have it.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's like, this reminds me of an argument I got into with Proof. we were talking about LeBron versus Jordan. And so, and by the way, I don't have an answer in that, but proof is like Jordan, because anything from 1993 is the epitome, the peak of everying for him. So the guy loves Pac and he loves Jordan. Like, you know, so he says, man, Jordan's better than LeBron at everything. He's a better scorer. He's a better, like, he started going through the things. Then he said, he's a better passer. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, LeBron out here like magic. He's like, no. Jordan could pass. He just didn't feel like it. I'm like, what? And then this is the kicker. Proof said that Jordan's a better rebounder. And I'm like, come on, man. Like,
wait, what?
That's wild.
So, but like, the point is to prove, because he likes Jordan over LeBron, he will delude himself into believing that Jordan is literally better at everything. Same thing here.
Right. At everything.
You can make an argument like that Kendrick Lamar is a way better artist than Lupe Fiasco, and that's fine. But what you're doing is then, if you break down the different elements, you're saying he wins in every category. Like, for instance, not having an annoying voice. He clearly does not win that category against anybody. But if you're just out here checking all the boxes because you're not even giving a shit on what's the other side, then it'll lead you to something ridiculous like Kendrick Lamar is a better lyricist than Lupe Fiasco.
I disagree with you, Trey. I think it is. I don't even think it's up for debate. I think anybody that says Kendrick is just a hater, and you just you don't respect bars. Like, it's just that simple. And it's not saying Kendrick doesn't have bars, because he's out here.
Like Punch was saying, like, basically, if you say Lupe, you out of your mind. And I'm like,
of course Punch is gonna say that.
Yeah, right.
Like, what's he gonna do? Shit on his own,
listen,
man?
But no, that's the thing. It's not about even shitting on your own. You just gotta sit it out and let the people decide it.
Right,
you feel me?
right.
Because that's how I feel about LeBron. Like, niggas know you nice, dog. But when you go to the Instagram and post like,
and go on the shop and go on the shop. Shit, when I came back from 3-1 down, I was the GOAT.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't do that. The people anoint you as the icon or whoever you're supposed to be.
And,
so,
and
like,
another thing our listeners should know is that there's a history here between Kendrick and Lupe. Lupe did make a diss record. He dissed him after Control because Lupe took it personally. He was like, whoa, boy, I rap. I don't give a fuck. I'll rap. I will rap at you till the day that I die, okay? And so there's a history there. Of course, he addressed the Kendrick situation on his Instagram Live, and he gave a pretty detailed, reasoning as to why. He was like, I just feel like when it comes to like this writing shit, like this bar shit, like I just think I'm better than Son. And he gave a very detailed explanation. I watched it on YouTube the other day. So there's a history here, mostly on Lupe's end of with these two. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So if Punch is going out of his way to say something publicly, it's because they're probably annoyed by the way Lupe has handled things just overall and in the past.
There it is. It really explains it. That's exactly what's happening.
Well, it looks like that's it.
You know, we can wrap it up here. Thank you, Big Waz. Thank you, Big Jerv, Black Trey. Thank you, Rob Lopez on the 1 and 2s. Thank you to you, the listeners. Remember, subscribe if you haven't. Download it if you haven't. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Give us feedback. Tag us when you do stuff on Instagram. Tag us on Twitter. Leave comments. Your engagement helps, even if you think like no one can see it. We absolutely see it. So, till next time, stay black, motherfuckers.